Staff count emotional cost as vile savages UK nursing homes. Lucy Dawson is haunted by a sense of powerlessness. The nurse has equipment to treat the residents of the nursing home where she works when they become sick with the coronavirus, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. We've got fluids, or we've got oxygen on the go, you know, you name it. We've got it, said the nurse of Warren Hall, a small home for elderly people with dementia dementia in the central England village of Selston. But still, it's bereavement after bereavement, said Dawson, who has worked at the home for 2 decades. We are losing people that we've loved and looked after for years. The coronavirus pandemic is taking a huge emotional and physical toll on staff in Britain's nursing homes, who often feel like they are toiling on the forgotten front line. The virus is sweeping like a scythe through Britain's 20,000 care homes and has left thousands of elderly people sick and dead at Warren Hall. 12 of 54 residents died in 3 weeks after contracting COVID-19. To be putting your heart and soul into nursing somebody to sustain life, it's just a massive devastation. When Dawson trailed off, I've just got no words. It's a tragedy being repeated across the UK and around the world. While the coronavirus causes mild to moderate symptoms in most who contract it, it can result in severe illness in some, especially older people. Britain's official tally of almost 19,000 coronavirus-related deaths, including at least 15 nursing home workers, counts only those who died in hospitals. Official statistics show over 1,000 more virus-related deaths in homes in England and Wales up to April 10th. In Scotland, which keeps separate records, a third of virus deaths have been in homes for the elderly. It is likely that all of these counts are underestimates. The World Health Organization says up to half of COVID-19 deaths in Europe may be in nursing homes. Each death is felt painfully at Wallen Hall, a homey, close-knit place, bedecked with cheerful signs. Happiness is not a destination, it is a way of life, where many residents are staff have lived for years. There's some people in this building who I see more than my actual family, said nursing associate Damian Mann, who has worked at the home for 11 years. He said the outbreak had left him feeling helpless. You start to question yourself, I think, as a professional, he said. You come in every day and someone is dying every day that you are here. It's not normal for that to happen in this setting. So we look back and we think, is there anything we could have done? That frustration is compounded by physical barriers, masks, gloves, and plastic aprons, and by the need to keep families away from sick relatives. In such extreme circumstances, even a kind act can elicit, elicit pain. Care assistant Pat Cornell made cards with residents' photos to send to family members unable to visit in person. The sad part is I sent one on Friday, and the lady died on the Saturday, Cornell said. She is haunted by the thought that the bereaved family will be upset all over again when they get the card. The emotional strain is intensified by a feeling, among many staff, often poorly paid, that they have been overlooked when the government offered healthcare workers tests for the virus. Nursing home staff were not included. Homes for elderly were also low down the pecking order for personal protective equipment as authorities scrambled to meet the demand from hospitals. It was like we were the forgotten people, the people in the care homes and the staff in the care homes, said Sally Bentley, who has worked at Warren Hall for 9 years. Like we're expendable, really, I suppose. Warren Hall's owner-manager, Anita Astell went on TV earlier this month in desperation, seeking more protective gear. She found that suppliers had hiked their prices as much as sixfold. Since then, the home has received donations from local people and businesses, but Astol says some items, especially gowns, are still scarce. She said the role nursing homes are playing in the pandemic has not been fully recognized. People with and without COVID-19 are being discharged from hospitals to care homes to free up hospital beds, she said. We are being asked to do these things in care homes that we've never been asked to do before, like verification of death. The British government, stung by criticism of its handling of the outbreak, has announced that the nursing home staff, along with healthcare workers, can now be tested for the virus at drive-through centers and mobile sites. But Astle says so far she has not managed to get anyone tested, even though more than half of Warren Hall's 142 staff have showed symptoms at some point. For now, the staff are coping as best as they can. They can encourage that some residents who have been sick in the home's red zone are recovering and leaving isolation. We've all cried, Cornell said. We've all had, even though we shouldn't. We've all had hugs. We've all talked about it to each other, but none worried about the lingering toll, the impact that it's having on the team, even though they are soldiering on through, he said. The long-term effects of it are going to be massive.